Scorpio, born October 23rd to November 21st, what can you expect for the month of May 2020? Let's tune in and find out. Wow. There's just this explosion of sensitivity to what you need and what's working, what's not working. Some of this could be a little alarming to some people around you. It could get a little electric and in some ways good, in some ways not so good. So a lot of energy for you to manage. And especially we have a full moon in your sign of Scorpio, May 7th. And that could be where you could go over the top a little bit. It could be like a little bit too much information, a little bit too much sharing, a little too much fun, a little too much like don't touch me. So it's like the whole gambit. I just see this explosion inside of you, and everybody knows you're around, right? So that can be the best of times or the worst of times. So it's really up to you on how you want to manage it. But there's just a lot of energy there. And you're also, Scorpios, you guys can really be sensitive, and you're really being asked not to be so sensitive this month, not to take things so personally or so direct, and to really kind of step back and let things settle and let them see where they settle, and not to assume anything, and not to take it on the chin or be the martyr or, like none of that. Just like let it all go, let all those stories go, and let everything settle. And then when it settles, you'll know how you feel. And because there's a lot of openness this month for your communication, for your clear communication, providing you resist the temptation in the moment to just kind of like, explode, right? And exploding doesn't always mean in a negative way. It can be spectacular, like fireworks, like, wow, people just watch you on fire, and, you're amazing, and you're inspiring, and you're titillating, all these wonderful qualities of you. And, but it can also be destructive, right? When you're reactive. So you're just being asked around things that are unsettling for you, just to sit back a moment and to not take it personally, so that you have more access. Because when you have more access to your emotions, to your range of emotions, people are more willing to listen. They're more willing to get you. They'll better understand where you're coming from, and then therefore you can get to peace much faster, and resolution faster, and creation much faster. Okay, let's look at relationships. So those of you Scorpios that are in a coupled relationship, let's see what's in store for you for this month. There's really a camaraderie and a seize the day mentality, and just this fire energy of fun and exploration, and down for it. You're just down for it. And so's your partner. So I just see this like, yes, it's like this energy. Now, in saying that too, it can also be where there's a time where your partner can't keep up with you, and you're just too much. You're just too much. And so they need like to step back. So you want to honor their space. You want to honor where they're at, right? So everybody's got a rhythm and a flow to them. So just notice where their essence is. Don't make it mean anything if they can't keep up with you. Give them some space. Let them catch their breath, and then start all over again. So it's a wild month for you in terms of just like, wow, this big energy, this colorful energy, this fun energy. And then there's just like, too much, just too much. Gotta slow down, take a breather. Okay. So for those of you that are single, let's see what's in store for you guys for this month. Well, you guys are leaders naturally in the relationship, and I see it very easy for you just to go like, I'll take one of you. And them going, oh, okay, sure. And just following you. So it's very easy for you to clearly see who could be your next partner, and very easy for you to dominate them. Not in a bad way, but just in a speaking up in a very clear and direct, like, hey, I like you. Are you into me? Kind of thing. You want to do this. And that's fine. You're just being asked that there's no rush. You're just being asked not to rush, and you're just being asked to slow down because of all these retrogrades. It's making everybody go in. It's making everybody reassess what they really want. And so you're being asked to make sure that you spend time in that space too. So even though, kind of your person is showing up around you, and you've got butterflies and all these hits going up, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, you're still being asked to like stop and look and go, is this still really work for me, or is this part of the past? Could I really see myself? And just really slow down. There's no rush, okay, is the biggest thing here. And then there's a bigger opening in June for it to take it to the next level. By all means, communicate. By all means, be in contact and have fun and chat and all those things. But they're just saying you don't have to conquer and destroy and name them as stamp them with your name all in this month. Okay, like give it a rest, get to know them, have some fun, and then next month it really opens to a beautiful romantic relationship. And this month is all about building self-discovery, letting them know them, letting them get comfortable with you and aligning with that. And it just feels like it's open and beautiful. Okay, let's move into career and money for the month. So there's a lot of creative energies. There may even be some things that you were working on creatively that are being brought back to you or tossed back over to you, that suddenly you go like, I don't like this at all. I really liked it before, and now as I sit with it, I don't like it at all. So you may find yourself backing out of some things that originally you said yes to. And here's the biggest thing: trust your instincts, trust your gut. Everything that is slowing down is doing so for a reason. And when you're moving so fast, a lot of times we say yes, and then we go, why did I say yes to that? So just know your instincts are right on target, and if it feels off, it is off. And I also see at the same time you being able to write new things and create new things. You have a high level of creativity happening for you in your money and your career right now. So I would use that to your advantage, but don't rush it. Just be in the flow, let it flow. There's no challenges there. People will respect you. They'll respect your voice, especially if you're like a flower that's opening. They just want to watch that, right? They just want to watch that. And so just pace yourself with that energy. But money and career seem really good, and it just seems like there's some things coming back in that will be redeveloped and recreated for the benefit of everybody. All right, let's look at your health for Scorpios. It feels like there might be something with the larynx, with the back of your throat. Could have to do with, sinuses or sinus pressure. Could also have to do with things that you're afraid to speak up about or share your deepest, most intimate thoughts with somebody. But you're just being asked to not to be afraid. You're just being asked to not to be scared. That time will stand still for you. There will be moments when you'll just know now's the time to speak up. Now's the time to speak my truth. Now's the time when I need to say this or let this idea go or have this conversation. So there'll be opportunities for you to be vulnerable, and people will be paying attention to that. But that vulnerability really affects the throat and the larynx and your ability to speak up and to say your truth and to say what's important to you. So there'll be some of that will be happening this month, and some of you may feel attacked this month. Some of you may feel misunderstood this month because of that fiery energy, and everybody just kind of assumes it's the Scorpio energy, so it's got to be you. You're the Scorpio in the room, which is so not true. You guys are a catalyst. That's all. You're a catalyst. You're a thinker. You spark and ignite things, right? And sure, you can sting people, but at the same time, you're inspirational, you're spiritual, you're very deep, you're very profound, you're very sensitive. You have that whole array open to you. And part of your surprise this month is really recognizing some of those deeper aspects of yourself. You already know that, but I think the surprise is that other people see that in you. Other people are like, wow, I had no idea she was that tuned in. I had no idea that she was that wise. I had no idea that she was interested in that, or he had that capacity, or that he knows, how to, express himself so eloquently at such a deep connection, right? So there's this really beautiful surprise where other people get to see your light, where other people really get to go, wow, I'm into that person, right? So that's a beautiful surprise. All right, all my Scorpio friends, much love to all of you and good wishes to you. Stay healthy, stay well, be blessed, and I will see you again next month. And thank you for viewing and liking and sharing and commenting below. And I'll come back and look at them and say something to you all. And I hope to see you again next month.